Yeah, y'all, it's the world famous DJ Fuck You Sue Me. You now tuned into the Hankin TV. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. We always going live. It's going down.
What's up? It's your boy JT from Hankin TV. If I say I done it, I did it. I'm about to bring y'all this interview from Miss Ebony Burks. I had technical difficulties, but I still got it for you. So here it go. Okay, so what's up, everybody? This is your boy JT on Hankin TV. If I say I done it, I did it. I got my guest today, Miss Ebony Burks. She's a singer, songwriter, actress, and a vocal producer. Miss Ebony Burks is from Dayton. I have been hearing about Miss Ebony for years, and I finally decided to get her up on the show, you know, to kind of enlighten the city about she's more R&B, and also I want to also tell you you can add this to your list of first because you're the first female artist on here.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Okay, so
I like that.
Tell us where you're from.
I'm from Dayton. I was born and raised in Dayton View, DVH, and yeah, that's that's where I've been. That's where I'm from the View.
Okay, what school did you go to?
So I went to all the little elementaries. I actually went to Meadowdale, but I was like Jefferson, Van Cleve, and then I went to Meadowdale, and then I didn't finish out there though. But that's where I went.
Okay, and then how did you get into music?
I was a child singer. I was singing since I was four, maybe five. I started in church. So I was a little girl singing, then graduated to parks and recreations. When I was younger, they had like all the concerts in the park, Triangle Park, all those parks. So I would sing at those, Black Culture Festival, sung in school. So I guess, my parents, they said they knew I could sing when I was about 4 years old. So they pushed that.
Okay. So you were singing since you was younger. So when did you finally decide that you really wanted to get into it and do it professionally?
Wait, is that some music playing?
Not on our side.
Okay, wait 1 second.
I heard some music, but it's not coming from my side. Okay.
Because I had the YouTube, but yeah, when I was young, maybe high school, I kind of figured out when people, people give you feedback, oh, you good, you should try to, be it professionally. So I think then, high school, 16, 17, I kind of knew what I wanted to do, just didn't know how, but right. I knew that I was going to do music. Yeah.
So it's pretty common to, harmonize and sing songs, cover other artists' songs. So when did you start writing music?
Professionally, I've always been, written songs, as a kid, but professionally, 1996. Yeah, 1996. So I say that professionally because that was when I started getting paid.
Right.
So.
And yeah. Can you remember when you got what you consider will be your first big break?
Wow. Well, I'll tell you this, that a lot of people don't know. When I left Dayton and moved to California, I moved to California because I had got a call that they were looking for a female singer to replace another singer that was signed to Eazy-E. Mm-hmm. So they had a group called Blue Light, and the singer was leaving, going solo. So that was my original, like, oh, I'm going to LA to be in this group. Did all of, the work. We recorded some records and stuff like that. And then, history, happened and it fell through. So the group never came out. So that was a big break for me because it introduced me to a whole lot of people that were in the business. A lot of people were producers for Ruthless Records. It was artists on Ruthless Records. And then, so I was starting getting connected that way. So to me, that was one of my biggest breaks because that just turned into more opportunities. even though the group didn't come out.
And that's crazy because we got two people from Dayton View. One was with Ruthless, and I had a guy on my show a couple weeks ago named Jay Flex, and he was with Death Row.
Yeah, now you know what's crazy? I haven't met Jay Flex, but I've been hearing about him for years because people would always say, y'all need to link, y'all from the same place, because he was making moves as far as, you know, producing and, you know, writing and stuff like that. Like he made a lot of moves. And I still haven't worked co-written with him at all.
Right. So I also do my research. I found that you had did backup vocals for a few groups also.
I did. Yep. I went on tour with she's like a pop rock artist, Nika Costa. We went on tour with D'Angelo and Aerosmith. So we like the opening act for that. I did some stuff with Casey and JoJo. I did a lot of background, you know, just a bunch of people, you know, a lot of studio backgrounds, you know, records and stuff like that.
Okay, then you said you professionally started writing music in 2006, 96?
Like 96 when I started. I think that was my first major placement on Rap A Lot. I had written a song for an artist, Big Mike, that was on Rap A Lot, so I wrote the hook. So that was my first major, you know, was in 1996.
Right. If you're allowed to say, what other artists have you written for?
Wow, I've written for Blue Cantrell, Non Brigade, Bridget Mendler, the Olsen Twins. I'm looking on my wall of like stuff I did. Degrassi, the TV show, Tony Braxton, Lazy Bone.
Jeannie Aiko.
I'm sorry?
Janae Aiko.
Yeah, Janae. So those are records that I wrote for people that never came out. Okay. So if we talking about, I have a lot of songs that artists cut, like I got Brandy, Janae, Dixie Chicks. Like, you know, you can write songs, they're recorded, but then it'll just shelf, you know, some of it won't come out. Yeah.
Right. You were also nominated for a Grammy, weren't you?
For 2. So it was for, I'm looking at it, songwriter for Blue Cantrell's album, Bittersweet. It'd be so much after Vicky, so I look at my walls. I got stuff up there. Yeah, for Blue Cantrell, Bittersweet.
Okay, and then how did you get, okay, I have read where you were handpicked to do the music, for which TV show was that? Shots Fired.
That was on Fox Network. It was with the actress Helen Hunt and Sanaa Lathan. It's called Shots Fired. It's probably on Netflix now. But yeah, they were, it was a show about police brutality, mainly against people of color. And, you know, so a big part of shows like that is the music. You know, the music has to reflect the time. So Fox wanted to put together a team of writers who had experience in doing that. So me and like 6 other writers, including the singer BJ, the Chicago kid, he actually sung the main title of the show that I co-wrote, and put it together. And we just wrote the music for, I think it was like 10 episodes. So we just wrote the music for different scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, it was an incredible opportunity, really.
Right. And it's ironic that you wrote music for that show and that you're from Dayton View, because I think about a year ago, 18 months, the police had pulled a guy out of his car in Dayton View that was paralyzed. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, well, I'll just give you a brief little breakdown and then we'll move on. There was a guy in Dayton View. He was paralyzed in a wheelchair and the police pulled him over. And they was trying to take him out of his car, but he's telling them, like, man, I can't walk, I'm in a wheelchair. So they snatched him out of the car and kind of used excessive force on him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was big. It went worldwide. And I just thought that was kind of ironic for you to write for that show and also being from Dayton View.
Yeah, because it was a lot of stuff going on, like during when they were writing that show, and as we were going to all the meetings for it, because you know we had Tamir Rice, and then not only that, I I can't think of his name right now, but he's from Dayton, and something had happened to him. He was in police custody, and I believe that he was handcuffed, and they were on a bridge or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I know that tensions were high, and it was happening there at home. It was just happening everywhere. So I was so grateful to be chosen to do that project. But that was one of the hardest projects I have ever had to work on.
Right. So what other TV shows have you done music for?
I've done, have you seen on BET Plus? I just did that. It's called The Family Business. Tammy Roman is in that. I did BMF. I've done the show Degrassi. I've done Law and Order. I did the show Law and Order with You God from Wu-Tang. Right. So I was featured on one of his records for that. Yeah, just stuff like that. I'm now working on the next season of Raising Kanan. And, you know, I get the calls for any of the BMF stuff. I'm working on that as well. So.
Okay, I just think it's funny not being weird. Can you tell people where they can hear your music at? What the scene they can hear it on BMF?
No, I am not. Y'all gotta just go. See, you know, you're trying to set me up. Come on.
No, I didn't set you up. I was just, it's the post that you had posted about it was just funny. That's all.
Listen, let me tell you, of all the scenes in that one episode, like, come on. Let me tell you, I couldn't even call. I couldn't even let my parents watch it. Like, right.
Okay. So besides family and friends, what's some things you miss about Dayton?
I miss the cooking, and I miss just the vibrantness of it. You know, I go back to my old neighborhood. It's not the same.
No, it's not.
None of the schools are there, and I really wanted to have my son, you know, my children, they've always lived away because I left Dayton when I was 19. So I bring my kids back so they can see it. And it's like, they're like, oh, you grew up here? I'm like, it didn't used to look like this. So right. I'm just really disappointed as, you know, at what has happened. I wish somebody would pump some money into the city and just bring it back, bring the music life back. I went downtown and I'm like, it's so much that can be done with downtown. We can have so many lounges and, you know, places to do live music. Just, you know, the opportunity is there, but, you know, I don't know.
So growing up in Dayton View, you didn't grow up too far from Roger Troutman Studios.
Right. Yes.
So I was going to ask you, so with the rich history Dayton has in music, are you surprised that it seems like that we're not really being seen on the music scene right now?
I'm not surprised. However, I know that there is some remarkable talent that comes from there and that are there, but I'm not really surprised. It's a small city, so, you know, it really hasn't, like, I don't even think that Roger has gotten what he deserves. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? I don't think the city has the notoriety. Like, we created a whole wave, and not just Roger, like Slave, Ohio Players. Dayton created a wave, not just Ohio, but Dayton itself created a wave that everybody is sampling, that's being taken from, you know, everybody, and people are making big records. And I'm not just talking about the vocoder. I'm just talking about, you know, the way they play the guitar, melodies that they've created that, you know, everybody's using is transferred over. And I don't know why, you know, we're not getting the recognition that, you know, that the city deserves, but I'm really not surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you keep up with any music or artists from Dayton?
There's a couple people. There's a girl that I like there. I don't really, because, you know, no, I'm not really like, I would like to be tapped in, but I don't know who's hot because nobody's like really promoting or sharing the stuff of everybody. So if it was like, I'm following people from Dayton. So what's hot in Dayton? Like, promote their stuff, share it so we can see who it is. But there is a girl there that raps, and I think she sings, who I like, you know, who I would like to see get some big records, because I think that if she had a big record, she could take off.
I think you might be talking about Mar Monroe.
Yeah.
I've been reaching out to her. And it's funny that you said that because I said the same thing. It don't seem like nobody promotes. You don't see them. So that's kind of part of the reason why I started my platform also. My platform isn't just about music, but I've seen where I could help my city.
Yeah.
So I added it to it.
Okay.
Well, what other things you got coming up?
So I got the couple of the TV shows coming up. I just I haven't put out my own music in years, in a long time, because I just hadn't been. I've been focusing on everybody else. So I dropped a record, and I'm looking to drop another one soon. So I'm working on that. I've just been doing a lot of writing and stuff like that. Today, it was crazy that you had me do the interview. Today, I went and met with Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee at her office, trying to get a bill change. We're trying to get the Restoring Artistic Protection, the RAP Act, so they can stop using rap lyrics in federal court. So, that's what we're trying to do now is for free creative expression. Myself, Paul Wall, a couple other people, we went and did that today, and just trying to get the bill passed because it hits the floor, so you could be able to rap whatever you want. Because a lot of these rappers, a lot of stuff they rap don't even be true anyway. They be lying. So you're gonna lock them up because of that. So that's what we're trying to do. So I'm heavily into that, changing stuff, trying to get bills passed to change the face of radio, so that people can get paid, because people aren't currently getting paid off AM and FM radio stations. I don't know if you knew that, but nobody's getting paid off of that, just the broadcasters. So we trying to change bills to help people get paid, so that's, what I got coming up, trying to get these bill change in this new election.
Okay, that right there, that's a double-edged sword. I agree with you. I did 10 years in prison. I don't want to see nobody in jail. A lot of people in them raps, they put lyrics in there that they didn't do. But what you think about the people that has done it, don't put it in there?
And that's what I'm saying. It's really hard to do that, and I get it. But I'm also, I stand for creative expression. I want to be able to create whatever I want to create. I mean, listen, if you're going to do it to rap, then you need to do it to every other genre. Jasmine Sullivan had a record that said, "I bust the windows out your car." Right? Did they come and arrest her for vandalism? No. Right. Johnny Cash has a song, I think he says, "I killed a man in Reno." Did he get arrested? Did they use that, like that he killed a man? I don't know if it's true or not, but I do know that it's creative expression, and that has to be protected.
Right.
No matter what.
Just like the song, "I Shot the Sheriff."
Right. But I didn't shoot the deputy.
Right.
They should have been at his house taking a police report. If we're going to do that, then I feel like you need to do it with all genres, especially rock music. Because let me tell you, Metallica, listen here. There's so many, they have so many RICO cases on them, like it's crazy. So if you're going to do it to rap, then you need to do it to every genre, not just rap music. And I think rap music is being singled out. They should be able to be free to say whatever they want. That's freedom of speech and freedom of expression. I don't know if they did it or not, but
I also do think that's like targeting hip hop and targeting majority African American males. Yeah, that's like a low blow.
Yeah.
So how did you get into acting?
I'm not really an actress, I was just, people are doing movies, you want to come be in my movie, it was some stuff like that. Like, I think I did a couple stuff, Parks and Recreation. I just played like a family member of one of the actresses and stuff like that. So, I can act a little bit, but not like that. But I do want to get more into it. You asked what I had coming up. So I am trying to do some plays and stuff like that, but I'm still working on that.
Right, you're a jack of all trades.
I be trying. I said, I'm a creative, right. So that's why I stand with that so much. You are too.
Right. So along with the music, here in Dayton, also we've been trying to we started making a little bit of noise in independent films.
Okay.
Have you seen any of them? I got my.
I saw. I think Jason Hampton. He sent me his movie. So yeah, I've seen that, and I haven't seen any other. You know, I don't know what else is out there because.
Right. And that's why I was going to ask you, would you be willing to work with any of them, like far as acting or music?
Of course.
I'm trying to like bridge the gaps. Like
yeah, of course. I would love to. If they call me, I would be able to do the supervision for any of the music. You know, if they need a music for the film, if you want to come and give me a small role, I can do that. You know, no, of course, I'm gonna show up for my city. I haven't had the opportunity to do it as much as I would like because, you know, they don't really reach out. I don't know if they think somebody will say no, but I'm always working, always. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Let me know. Anything can be worked out. Yeah.
Right. And not really being shady or throwing shots at nobody or nothing, but it seems like people they don't promote, you know, and let people know what they're doing. But like you said, I think a lot of it got to do is because they're scared of a person to say no. And you are very well accomplished, and you don't need me to tell you that you've made it because you already have your accolades and been giving your flowers to know that. But some people, what they'll do, they try to act like they made it before they made it, you know, and they want to charge you. I mean, I ain't got no problem with business. I understand business. I'm a businessman too. But I think it should just be more networking, more promoting. Because just like it's some people that you're not familiar with, and some people are not familiar with you. So hopefully, you know, this interview helped to bridge that gap.
Yeah. No, I'm not funny like that. You know, I won't do everything. Like I've actually had people from Dayton ask me to collaborate, like to sing on their records or whatever. And I'll consider it. I'm just picky about, like, I don't hop on records where you calling women.
You gotta protect your brand, right?
Yeah, you don't. So if you talking about shooting somebody or you calling a woman out their name, unfortunately, I gotta pass on it. I don't care how much money you got, you know. So, but if I get a call and somebody wants, you know, something from me, if they, you know, want me to sing and write or whatever, you know, and it aligns with my brand, I most definitely do that. Like I will. Just call me for the right stuff. You know, y'all know what kind of records I do. Y'all know what kind of music I like. If you want something that's gonna cross over, that's gonna be ready for the radio, you know who to call.
Right.
You know.
So you worked in all genres of music, haven't you?
I do. I work in all genres. I'm headed to Nashville soon because the one genre that I do want to do that I have not had the opportunity to do is Black country. There's a market for that. Yes, it does really well, and those are big records. That's what I like to do. And so I'm headed. I haven't done that. So I'm headed to Nashville soon to start the process of doing that. Like we plan to really do a lot of good stuff for Black country. That's Black country with hip hop in it and everything. Like it's gonna be nice.
Right. But like I was telling you earlier, that's the first time I ever ran into that problem. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. But,
I don't know. I think it was probably my stuff too. I tried, but we good. And I was hoping I get to see the thing where it says like Dayton on the back is fly. You had us, you know, like, on the background or something.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna go in and put in the editor and do something to it. And
okay.
I'm very professional. It's not that I wait till the last minute to send you the link. Like I said, I usually send the link out 5 minutes before, and I have never ran into that problem, but it was good because now I know. But don't worry, I'm gonna put it in the editor and doctor it up for us. Where can people reach you at?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm active on there too at Ebony Burks. I'm barely on Twitter. So, you know, Facebook and Instagram is where I reside at Ebony Burks.
And where can they find your music?
My music is on all platforms. Look, you just gotta go to your platform and you put my name in, and it'll show you a whole bunch of stuff. You know, to mainly be stuff that I feature on. It won't be a lot of solo stuff because, you know, I do write for a lot of other people, but you'll be able to hear some stuff, and I'm putting new stuff on there all the time. So
okay, coming from Dayton, like you were saying earlier, small town. Who have you met? Who was the first person you met where you could really say you were starstruck?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Listen, yeah, it was amazing. And I wasn't even supposed to be there. And I was in the studio. I was introduced. He was in there. I was introduced. It was with another writer named Narda Michael Walden. He produced everything for Whitney, all of her hits. I was working with him and went there. And I was just sitting there like I couldn't. And Stevie Wonder said, Ebony, stop staring at me. Like he was blind, like
right.
said, you know, jokingly. So it was just like so funny. It's the story that I tell about that. But I think that was the person that I got super starstruck. Like he's a legend.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you were saying earlier, we both creatives. I'm also an author. And I was just sitting here thinking, and thinking the day in over the course of the time that I have been researching you, it would be kind of dope if it was just like a short, if it was a book, a short story, if you like from Dayton View to the Grammys, from Dayton to the Grammys or something, because that's a big feat, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised people aren't celebrating you more and giving you your roses as far as the accomplishments you made. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you your roses because those are some major accomplishments.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I don't think people mean no harm by it, but you know, I think that if they don't see you on television, then they don't feel like you made it. And I think that that's, you know, the misconception that people have. If they don't see you on BET, then they don't really know what you're doing. So maybe people don't really know, you know, but it's okay. But I really, really appreciated those that do know. And, you know, I'm just going to keep working. So.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to give a shout out to everybody, my family, my friends, and all the music people. Y'all tap in. You know, you guys want to work, send me a direct message. Let me know what you're trying to do. Send me a sample. Let me know what your vision is. And let's see if we can, you know, make something happen. I'm nice.
You're nice. You're nice. Okay, I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I wish you much success.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your accomplishments. And I wish you much more.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, you too.